evening or good afternoon. My name is Hafez Kassem. My background from Lebanon. I came to Australia 1973. I come to Australia. I have a trade, mechanic trade diploma, and I come and work here as a second-class machinist, and after I get a job as a foreman at the companies. So I've been working so long period of time. So after that, I joined the community, Al-Mini Charitable Association, and after that, I established one society. It's called Al-Mini Islamic Youth Association. After that, I joined AFIC.
Which year this association?
We established this association on 2000. 2000. So actually, when I established that association, so I joined AFIC that time. I was member at AFIC, and then after that, I joined the Muslim Council. I stayed the Muslim Council of New South Wales as a state council. I stayed about 4 years. I was handling the position as a treasurer at that council. After that, the election, AFIC election comes, and the state council of Muslim Council, they decide to be a member at AFIC, executive, to be as executive member in AFIC, which means AFIC, the Australian Federation Islamic Council. So I've been elected as executive member.
Yes.
So after that, so I've been 2 years executive member. I joined AFIC that time to 2007. Till 2009, the election come for AFIC, and I've been elected as a vice president for 3 years. After 3 years, I've been elected as the president for AFIC. I elected president 2012 in March 25th. I've been elected. I stay as a president at AFIC till 2016, July 2016. So after that, I resigned. I resigned from that date. I resigned till now. This is what my whole story about that. But during my time in AFIC, actually, since start when I was a vice president, I was working with the former president is Akbel Patel. That time I was his vice, but I have a lot of common idea for AFIC to improve AFIC at that time. So actually after that, I joined so many AFIC schools. But what happened in the beginning, we established during that time, from when I was vice till president, we established 4 schools. One in Melbourne State, they call it Langford, they call it Werribee actually, Werribee Islamic School at Melbourne. And we established 2 in Sydney. We call them like Malik Fahad campus, 2 schools in Sydney. And one in Canberra. They call it Canberra Islamic School. So this 4 school been in my time is been done. And again, it's Malik Fahad School used to be licensed for 1,460, which means I increased the number to 2,100. I increased 600 and over, 600 students extra on Malik Fahad. So I've done all that. I asked for the sugar for Allah. He gave me that power. and I've done all that. And this is my serve on to AFIC. I went serving AFIC as like that. And after that, on the 2016 July, July 2016, I put my resignation, and that's what actually this whole my story.
Yeah.
And after that, during my time, and I was a vice and president. Actually, what I did, I've been a board member for all the school, and I've been chairman for 3 schools: Malik Fahad School, and Brisbane Islamic School, and Canberra Islamic School. I was chairman for those. So I've been handling actually 3 main positions, like AFIC president. Same time I have those 3. I handle 3 position of chairman for the school. And I've been member in every school. It was about 6 schools altogether. So Alhamdulillah, I've been successful in my time there, and Alhamdulillah, that's I've done a lot. As I think, I was a lot of pressure, and after that we have a lot of problem, through the government.
Yeah.
This they have to, because I can't really explain everything what's happening,
Yeah.
but some issue happened. This is normal, when we suck, somebody, from the organization, from the school or from something, he talk about AFIC badly. He mentioned AFIC, because I was a president of AFIC. So this is what the government actually, they put audit on us, and they asked us to handle the school to the community, not AFIC anymore. They want AFIC to be a handout of them.
Which year this one?
This has happened from 2012 actually, even 2011 start.
Yeah.
But it start before I've been elected as a president.
So when they start picking on you, the government, what the issue exactly? Can you precise? Like there is inflation of the kids enrolled, or mismanagement, or what exactly?
This was little bit mismanagement, and plus we have something like as AFIC, because they have on their schools.
Yeah.
So we decide that time, not my, on my time I was a vice that time. We decided the committee, AFIC committee, so we decide, because when we increase the school,
Yeah.
it was have from 4 to 7, 8. So we decide to make to make bulk, for example, like uniforms, or cleaning or electricity. We said we have to ask to make a combine, to ask instead to be separate the school in each individual.
Yeah.
So I said we make if we make deal with the electricity, so we just ask them, we have 7 school, maybe we got discount.
Bargain and discount.
Yeah, and exactly, bargain and discount, and to save actually money for the school, and like come in, every school was independent, so we call some company to make the whole the uniform in one, as a bulk, for all the school.
Bulk, yeah.
So we get succeed with that. We get half price.
Yeah.
So, but we try AFIC that time to provide a system for 6 schools because every state.
Yeah.
So we have to set up as a system as a computer, to can get all the finance, all the school from AFIC center. So we spend a lot of money on that time, but take a lot of time with that time. It takes about 3 years to finish. We're not finished.
Yeah.
So one of the mistakes that we made, the former president before me, he just charged the school fees because we as a consulting service, we charge them as the AFIC charge as a consulting service.
Okay.
So this is what's happening. It's one of the issue problem mismanagement, which start charging the fees without the service being provided yet.
Okay.
So this is one of the mistake.
Yeah.
And previously, they have their own building. The school had owned the building, and the AFIC was behind it. So when they sell the building, they get money, extra money than what they paid, about 1.5 million, maybe, or 1.4 million.
Yeah.
So instead to put it on on a school account, they put an AFIC account that time. And this was in 2000. You know, a long time, it's a story.
Old story, yeah.
But what happening, all this issue, really nothing, because we've been through the court, even the audit, you know, the auditing coming from the state and federal, both of them, they audit us. The federal, that time when they come and audit, they said we have nothing wrong. And what we did is nothing wrong. But the state was aggressive, and they said, no, this is something wrong. And actually what happening too, you know, one of the reason, when I joined, you know, like Malik Fahad board, school board,
Yeah.
you know, in the first meeting, second meeting, you know, in the meeting, I've noticed, and not charging, you know, like any fees for the canteen. Uniforms, they sell the uniform, they got no any income for school from the uniform. So this is when I asked the principal, how come, you know, because 1,800 students, you know, the canteen doesn't get any income from the school. I said, no, I gave it for free. A uniform come in, they buy, actually when they buy, you know, the uniform from the money school money, and the profit, they took it, you know, to people, they handle it.
Okay.
So this is the principal, really, he wasn't behaved.
So mismanagement and...
Exactly, from the principal, actually. All this mistake mostly happened from the principal.
The schools and principal.
Yeah. And when I come, you know, in charge, you know, I become president, I start giving circumstances in the school. He wasn't happy at all from me to change something. So, and he done a lot of wrong in the previous, you know, I hear about it from the people that time. And he was against me 100% when I was start working. And that's, I don't want to say it through the camera now, but this is something he's supposed to be sacked, you know, for the way what he did before.
Yeah.
And we asked him gently, you know, said, look, we can't work with you anymore, like as you are. You have to leave, or this report have to be done. And he decided to leave that time. But what he did, he went to the Department of Education. He told all those things that I was explaining to the Education Department.
Oh, okay.
And start audit from that time, start auditing us. And that's, you know, when they audit us, they find only the state they find wrong because he knows somebody there.
Okay.
But the federal, when they come, they say it's nothing usual. In any school do this.
Yeah.
Not a big measure, you know, this, you know, to. So this is what happening, because we solved it after that, you know, a couple of years. And happened another incident happened later on. Come in, we have problem in the Brisbane school. Come in, they audit the school, the auditor there, they make audit school, and they find a lot of problem.
Okay.
So I asked the principal, look, have to answer the Department of Education about this. And he refused to, you know, to do that, to answer the government, the education department. I said, how can I do that? He refused completely. Yeah. So I asked their legal advice. I said, what can I do? He said, no choice, you know, because you have to certify the government what you're doing. So actually I asked him, you know, like, I went to Brisbane, from Sydney to Brisbane. I asked him, look, you have to see one of this. You have to answer, or you have to be sacked, or I give you a choice to leave the school by yourself. He said, no, give me a sack. I said, okay, this is a sack. I gave him the letter, and he read it, and he started straight away tell me, look, the government will be closing the school soon. I said, what reason? Oh, I said, sexual abuse of long time ago. I said, why? I'm in the board, why I don't know about it? So I have some discussion. I said, no, thank you very much. I will report to the police, not you anymore. I reported then to the police. And after that, we have a problem. He's been sacked because he refused to answer all the mistake he's done. And what happened later on too, something happened from the community, really, not from the government, from our people. He been sacked, he asked for it, actually. And what happening now, the school pay rent to the AFIC.
Yeah.
So at that time, I have dispute between me and a former president, because the government been big issue for AFIC to be handle the school as a board.
Yeah.
So before I've been elected, I put my vision, I put letter, to only have to, any school board have to be two from AFIC only, 2 people. And all the others have to be local. And must be the chairman local. This is my vision, and this is what I did after that.
Yeah.
But the issue started before I came as a president, start in his time, the previous, one.
Yeah.
So actually what happened that time, he been handing as a chair board for 3 schools, and the government, they want us to change and ask the former president, please step out from this position, put somebody else. Look, the government, it's not really fair. I was fighting with him too, fighting with him so long, but then I took an action through my committee, and we step him out by force like that.
Okay.
So I handled that position that time till I find somebody to replace me, to get the right people. So that's how it is happened that time. So that time, the finance manager of Malik Fahad, he asked me, Hafez, you have to approve the money to salary, to send it to Canberra school, because the salary, the wages tomorrow for the staff. So we have to get the money, our rent from Brisbane, transfer to Canberra school.
Yeah.
But that time I was upset from former president, because he's not stepping out from the school. I don't want to approve it. I stayed till 9 evening after me, I stayed till night to approve it.
Yeah.
So because I know big issue, if I didn't send that money, prove the money, the issue tomorrow with the union, with the staff, there's big hustle. Yeah. So I approved at 9 o'clock, in the night time. But the procedure is the principal on president should be signed first, approve it first, and I'm the seconder from AFIC side. So I thought, 9 o'clock is already approved. I have to approve that money to be transferred. So 9 o'clock I approved it, 200,000 to Canberra direct. And after 2 days, I have phone call from Brisbane. How you drawing money, prove money without our permission?
Yeah.
I said, why you didn't prove that? I said, how can, how the bank approve this, only one approval, so it have to be 2. So this is, I don't know, some mistake from where it happened, but when I approved it, I thought everything been done by 9 o'clock, Yeah. And I thought everything done by our finance manager, and I didn't know nothing, but when he have complained, what we have done, straight away, I paid the money back to the school from AFIC, straight away back in 2 days.
Yeah.
So we report that, because I know big issue, because he upset from us, he wanna make it issue. So we told the government, the Department of Education, what happened with us. He said, yes, no, the money returned. I said, yes, so no problem. There's nothing happened, there's nothing wrong. And this is, we thought we certified that everything. He shut his mouth, he didn't say nothing. After that, we have problem in Adelaide school. People there make petition, they make a revolution, they doesn't like the board, and every Friday they make in front of the school hustle. Yeah. The police involved, everything involved, the big issue was that time. So this big was combined, for election for me that time and for AFIC to be re-elected again. So I didn't have a time that, the bad time was that I couldn't go to Adelaide to solve the problem. So when I finished, I went to Adelaide, I met with the minister, I said, I'm here now. I'm not gonna leave here before I certify everything. It's just, that's what I like to hear. And this is what I did, I come and I force the board there, please move, step out, because you are vice president now, because now you have to this. He didn't listen, and what I do, I have the power to sack this board. Okay. AFIC have power to sack the board. We sack the board, we form another board, and again, start talking about AFIC raise the rent, AFIC making this, talking about AFIC now. And so what the media hear that,
of course.
And Brisbane principal, he again opened his mouth again after few months.
Which year is this?
This was into I think, but to 2013.
13. Okay.
2013. So again, the principal of Brisbane, he said, come on, AFIC, draw money without our permission. When the media hears that, the government hears that, you know, I said, what's bloody AFIC doing, you know? So they sent auditor on sign time for 6 schools in one day. So after 4 months, they check again. They didn't have the same problem as before, you know, like nothing happened, nothing changed, you know, it was same thing. But they decide, 2 ministers, you know, state and federal, and must AFIC take hand off from the school completely. Okay. Before they agree for 2 from AFIC, but after that, no, they agreed that they want AFIC at all to be involved. So that's what happened. I've been forced to sign to be separate from AFIC. And that's what I did, sign. I called for a meeting for all the councils, and they all agree, and I signed for that because I don't want the school to be closed. I want the school to be survive. And this is what happened actually, you know, this is not a big major things, but this happening, and we feel sorry, you know, AFIC not controlling now any school, and only just what they call it, like landlord, collecting rent now. Yeah. And this is what the situation is. Okay, if any question you'd like to ask,
so we'll go back now to we'll go back to accusation of corruption and infighting and how they kick you out of AFIC and stuff. So if you talk about that.
This is actually
away from the school now, I think.
Yes, Salah. This is my, not all of them, but one of the executive member was with me. He was really working against me from day one. This is actually, I don't know why he doing this from behind me. And after what I've done, they should be all appreciate that. But we have a jealousy in our community. They have a lot of jealousy, and because they hear that AFIC that time, you know, the name going up and doing this, you know, so everybody wants to be there, you know, to be up to take, you know. So one person, I don't like to mention his name, to be honest, because he was behind all that. He made the coup when, what happened, you know, in the situation when I changed the board and I changed this, I tried to form the new board. So in Adelaide, I appoint a lady from Adelaide, they call Mariam Silva. Yeah. So I appointed for Adelaide, and the government was satisfied with that. It was happy because I appointed her there. But in Malik Fahad, I tried to appoint board. I couldn't, because why? All the community come, everybody wants to be in the board. So it was very difficult time. Because some people, I said, this is not, you know, it's not suitable for the board. So I couldn't win. So what I did, I called Mariam Silva. I appoint her with the 3 principal. One, you know, like 3 principal here and 2 principal from Sydney. To appoint them, you know, like as a to form a new board, to select a board for the school. Yeah. So I bring them to Sydney. She accept that, and she came and she make meeting with the community, with the families in the school. And there was aggressive on her. They was very aggressive on her. Yeah, Hafez Kassem, he sent you to, he sent you to us. He said, no, not this. I just come to help you. I want to do the school, and I just try to do something better. Yeah. So they believe I appoint her for that purpose. And she's not, you know, from my community. She's from India. And that's what the community was really against her. And they want to be there, not her. So they find each other. Since that time, I left. I put my resignation. But why I put my resignation? Because my committee at AFIC, they make a coup behind me. And one of them, there was a leader of them, you know, he's a head master, the snake, head of snake. He put my name. Even my name, you know, my executive member, they know who I am. They know how I am, how much I save money for AFIC even. How honest I was, and how much I approve. Halal approve, you know, I approve the halal from 200,000 till to 1.3 million. You know, I make all the countries of Muslim country back to AFIC because they was very far away from AFIC. I bring them back. So when I did all this successful, you know, like I feel the jealousy from these people. So this is what happened actually. This man, he been around with them every day, every 2 hours he got on the phone, every 2 hours,
Yeah.
And that's what happened. The committee said, please, Hafez, because too much hassle, please resign, please, Everyone, he sent message to be resigned.
Okay.
I said, okay, I will resign. I have no hassle. Thank you very much for that, for that message. And I resigned, but safely, nicely, and quietly.
I remember. Yeah. I remember during that year, someone came to AFIC office and changed the locks. Who did that, and what's the?
Yeah, that time, for that reason, what happening, because when I resigned I've been elected through the Congress, the system of the election of these. AFIC, so Congress, the council will vote in the society.
Yeah.
So I've been elected that time through here, but this time when my committee, remember I've been elected, for me to have to work, 5 of them. They asked me to resign. So when I resigned to them, which means I resigned to the committee, not to the Congress. I'm supposed to resign on the Congress, front of the Congress. So, but they wouldn't wait for me, and I don't want to make a problem more what we have, because we have a lot of hassle through government. I don't want to make more thing.
Yeah.
So actually this is, and the other council, state council, I said, this is not, you cannot resign to this, you've been elected Congress. You resign, not acceptable. Okay. So this council, he called for general meeting, as a Congress, general meeting, he involved all the councils, he invite them to make really form, decision. And I put my resignation that time I've been called for that meeting, I put my resignation that for them, and my resignation being rejected completely, and was legal advice was with us at that time. I didn't make it from nowhere, because I make sure everything been done properly. So when I put my resignation, all the floor people, they reject my resignation because we said, look, you done the best. We don't want you. We want you to continue till the end. So this is what decision is. I formed another committee now on that time, and they said the AFIC will be free for you. This is now. So we told the solicitor we have to ask to take permission from the court. He said, no, I'm telling you, you have right to go. You ask for the key. But I said, we're not going to listen to us. He said, no, you have to go. We did that. Look, this is our meeting. But the security at that time, he doesn't like to leave. So we've been told, this is what we've been told, to go open the door, whatever we can do. So we went that time, we opened the door, we took locksmiths, we opened the door, and the police been involved. He comes and we explained to him, and he spoke to our solicitor at that time on AFIC, on their floor, and he said, everything's okay, the solicitor, he said, and the police said, okay, look, he told the security they have right to come to the AFIC. So that's what we come to AFIC, and this other group, the one, they've been taken over, they wasn't happy. They took the case to the court, and the court, they find one major thing, little things measure, because the one he called for the Congress, for the meeting, he make mistake. What the mistake is, very little, and nobody can notice that. Yeah. He called for the meeting on that day, but he didn't say where the place to be.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? He didn't send the place.
Location. So
after location, and after that, 1 week, he decided, he sent another letter, message, the place is there. And he looks like, he deferred or he canceled it. I'm not remember what he did. He should be deferred it or he should be canceled it and send another letter, not anymore. He should from the beginning start. Yeah. Not only, like this week and the second week here. Now I have to be cancel completely and send new letters. So the meeting that time, the place here, location here. So this is the mistake because he didn't do that. The solicitor they appoint, is very smart. He find this issue, we cannot do that. We have to cancel completely. We send another issue. Because of that, the court decide, look, go and make another election, new election, fresh election, and that's it. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, we left, we followed the court decision, and they make election, and that's what they Rotib after that in the election.
Oh, so from next election.
Next election, Rotib take over.
And you support him.
Yeah.
So you.
I was, I didn't,
You gave up the second.
I gave up. I didn't stand up for any position.
Okay. And
because I don't want to be staying there anymore.
the guy's waiting downstairs, so just let's finish a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of the future of AFIC now, the current situation of AFIC?
My vision, because I have really good view.
It's getting better, worse.
And another, I forget one issue, one of those, it's not a problem but maybe I don't know how they took it, the government or something, I'm not, what happening when I come to the Malik Fahd school, I find in the account about 19 million being saved about 24 years, they saved it that time.
Yeah.
But they didn't do nothing about this money. So that's what I discussed this with my president, that time I was a vice. When I joined the board, I find out, there is a 19 million there, it's not doing anything. And I asked, look, why we cannot use this money for, because a big demand for the school, we ask for 100, we get 300-400. So we've been a lot of pressure from the community. I said, look, Hafez, okay, we have no problem, but how we want to get it? So I just have solution that time. And I spoke to the board. Look, we have to look for land and this, but what we do, like AFIC used to have rent $950,000 annually. But we have valuation, I find valuation on the school that time, valuation for rent, how much we should charge. He gave us, he gave on the certificate about 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And we're charging only 950.
Yeah.
So I asked the board why, we can't charge, that amount. So I discussed this with the school board, and this is what we're supposed to charge. But they agree was 1.3. So I left it from there to 1.3. But I said, we have to use the money. We don't want to go to the bank because we not borrow money for faida, what they call it, interest of this. We're not using this. And AFIC built the school from the beginning. She buy the land. They established the school from zero, and they spend a lot of time, a lot of money on this. But nobody, add them up.
Yeah.
It's just like leave it as a free. No service or nothing, that. But when I said, look, we don't want to borrow money from the bank. Why we can't use this money and we don't charge fees for a couple of years? Like, for example, we take rent in advance. For example, we take 5 million, but rent in advance. Yeah. Not loan or something like that. So is that legal? I said, no, it must be legal. What's wrong with that? And we're taking about 5 million, 7 million. And the board agreed that time, and we buy the land on Hoxton Park for 5 million, and we spend 2 million on the school, for structure and to put demountable rooms to start quickly. Yeah. And sometimes we lease it back we make it as a campus to Malik Fahd. They lease it, from us. Yeah. And another few months, I don't remember what the months, agent sent us, there is a school in Plymouth Hill for sale, which licensed for 400 students, about 10 acres. Yeah. They put on auction. Again, I went to the auction that time, and I put offer, myself, about 14 million to buy. Yeah. We don't have much because I have to use other money from the school. Yeah. So actually we got very lucky. We buy it for 9.1 million. Okay. And they put on the news that time on the radio because we brought from the bank, bankrupt. Yeah. So that's why, they get it very cheap because they put on the news, the school was about 30 to 35 million being sold by 9 million. Yeah. They put on news that time. But anyhow, again, we go back to the school, to the board. I spoke to the board. We have to take money as rent in advance because we have land and you can use it, already start, can lease it for you. And actually, when they in the audit, they looking for that. The minister, state minister, said, "Oh, it's not against the law," but I never heard that before. I never see such thing like that before. So he didn't be completed in a complaint, but he stopped the grant of the state grant, which we have every year about 4.5 million. So he stopped it for a couple of years because like as a penalty, punishment, whatever he do it.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, but it is what happened, like this, but not against the law. What have we done?
There is no corruption.
Nothing corruption, but they find two like a business manager and the project manager.
Yeah.
So the project manager, because not very qualified to get that such across like money.
Salary, yeah.
So this is what happened, with
So
that.
not qualified enough, and they
Not qualified enough, and they I'm giving an example, he's supposed to, he gets his salary about, say for example, 100,000, but we approved that, been approved by the board, because we know how much he work, like this, really, or like more than overtime he work. So we put his salary, we approve it to 130, for example, from 100 to 130. But this is what they find out, even the finance manager, the same thing. His qualification, he's supposed to be 130, he's charging 150. This is the one they measure, the major thing, that's the one. When they look at it, it's nothing, with that, because they didn't know how much they work, how much for time they work. So that's why, this is, but they put an issue that time, which I am against that, because I am watching this and I believe they worth more than that. How the way they do work, they worth more than that. But the government not staying with us, they didn't know what they're doing. So even myself, I was volunteer that time. I was staying in the school every day, from 10 o'clock till 1 to 12 o'clock midnight. And I volunteer. I didn't get any cents from the board or from school, from even AFIC. We being work because non-profit people, both organizations, school or AFIC, we're not charging any money. So I was working volunteer. So this is, look what's happening. This is all the situation.
Yeah,